Welcome back to my channel. Getting a 9 in English language and literature isn't just about talent, it's about technique. I'm Tanvir Kang, and today I'm going to help you refine your technique and prepare for your English language and literature exam. So whether you struggle with unseens, creative writing, or just need a little help getting a 9, this video is for you. Let's get started. So let's start off with English language, creative writing. What's the best thing that you can do to prepare? Well, as your teachers have been telling you, it's reading. But if you don't like reading, there are other things that you can do. And it's all about your technique. So when you're writing, there's some key things that you want to remember. Now, I'm sure you know about metaphors, similes, alliteration, personification, all those techniques. Now, it's great to use those, but don't overuse them. Now, this is a mistake which I made early on, but I was able to correct it before the exam. So, don't use them every single sentence. You want to use maybe 1 or 2 per paragraph. Otherwise, it's something called purple prose, where it doesn't really make sense. Another tip when you're doing your creative writing is to vary your sentence length. Don't have all of your sentences which are long, going over 3 lines. No, have some which are short sentences, some which are a little bit longer, and then some which are maybe a line and a half. Varying it will make it seem more advanced to the examiner. A final tip for creative writing: if you're ever running out of ideas where you're thinking, what else do I say? Instead of just waffling on, use the 5 senses. Now, this might seem basic, but it actually improves your language. Using those sensory details, getting right down to it, it'll help the examiner actually picture what you're saying. Now, for both language and literature, and for all of your other GCSEs, the best technique that you can do to prepare yourself is past papers. Check out my other video, which explains how to best use past papers. But this will give you an insight into how the actual exam will be. It will help you manage your timings. Because I remember English language, and especially literature, was quite time pressured. It gets you to understand what you should have written by when. Now, for the harder English literature. Well, this doesn't have to be the harder English. There's some ways that you can make it a lot easier. So, first thing, when you're learning your quotes, don't learn 30 or 40. Instead, learn what are called core quotes. Now, these will overlap on multiple themes. That way, you can use them for many questions. And when you use your quotes, ensure that you don't just list them. Instead, use what I used, which is the peel structure. This is the reason that I got a 9. It's all about your essay technique. So first, you say your point. How does it actually relate to the question? Then you explain it. What does that particular phrase show? Then evidence. Pick out a key word which emphasizes your point. And then link it back to the question in just 1 sentence. And repeat this for each of your quotes. That way, you're walking into the exam with structure, rather than just walking in and hoping for the best. Now, how do you actually learn the quotes? Well, what I did is I used flashcards. Write down the quote and write down the key 3 themes which it relates to. That way, when the question comes up, you'll be thinking, oh, I can use this quote, and that quote. Also, write on these flashcards all the key themes which are in the book and how they relate to each character. This will give you a better understanding of the text. And if you haven't already, make sure that you read the text before the exam. To get into the very top bands for your essays to get a 9, first go through the mark scheme, see what they want you to do. And then use this and also try to connect themes across the characters. This will make you seem more advanced to the examiner. Now for the unseen. This can be one of the hardest parts of the English literature and GCSE exams. So how do you prepare? Well, the unseen is one of the hardest to prepare for. As with everything, practice makes perfect. Do practice unseens beforehand, and instead of just doing them, get your teacher to mark them and give you feedback. That way, you can slowly improve before your exam. And go into the unseen Have a strategy. Doing your past papers, you'll think, first, read it. Highlight the keywords and the keywords of the question. See if there's anything which sticks out, something which directly relates to the question. And then you make your key points from there. But the most important thing is the planning. Don't just start writing the essay, plan first. So what do you include in your plan? Well, there are a few key things which you want to include. Your 3 or 4 main points, which are going to form your paragraphs. And you probably want 2 or 3 quotes per paragraph. So you want to make sure those quotes ideally have a technique, whether that's a metaphor, alliteration, or even if it's just a short sentence, something which you can say has an impact on the question. There you have it, my top tips for acing GCSE English language and literature. Stick to these and stay calm and you'll smash those exams. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe so that you never miss a tip. Good luck with your studies and remember, you've got this. Thanks for watching.